On Tuesday, November 6th, voters across America will head to the polls to elect our next president. But in Jersey City, a much smaller election for the Ward F City Council seat has big implications of its own. Hudson County TV got the chance to meet up with a few of the candidates and listen to what they had to say. Massey, the incumbent, was appointed to the seat and faces voters for the first time. A former president of the Monticello Community Development Corporation, an executive director of the Monticello Avenue Main Street program, the councilwoman said she's looking out for the neighborhood right now by working to bring banking services to underserved communities in Ward F after the departures of Bank of America and Capital One.
We've been working with one banking institution, City National, which is a black-owned bank based out of Newark with several locations in New York, Newark, of course, and other parts of New Jersey. And we're pretty close to bringing that institution to the city, and we're working to find another institution which hopefully will go on to Monticello Avenue so that community can continue to be addressed.
Pastor Tyrone Ballon, of the Repairer of the Breach Kingdom Church and founder and CEO of Ministry for Med, said he's ready to get to work for the people of Ward F and won't be making election season promises that can't be cashed.
I'm an independent. My heart goes out to the people within Ward F, and that's who I will be working with. You know, I'm not gonna patronize people and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," because that's just politics. You know, and I don't claim to be a politician, but I am a person of structure, standard, and government, and we do need it to stop anarchy and dysfunction. But I think that the people voice within Ward F have to be heard at the table of City Hall, not based on one person or the endorsement of a mayor, you know.
Diane Coleman, founder and current CEO of Building an Empire Incorporated, said as councilwoman she'll be working to bring jobs to Ward F to cut crime and bring back banking institutions.
Well, first off, you have to get jobs for the people that live here so they can use the banks. I mean, why would a bank be here if there's no one in this area able or have a check to deposit or save? So we need jobs. And if we get jobs, we can get rid of some of the crime, because crime comes from a lack of funds, a lack of jobs. If you go out here and talk to these young men, they want to be the breadwinners for their families. They don't want to sit around and hang out on the corners. If you give them a job and let them feed their families, then they'll use the banks and they'll use the businesses. But without money, without jobs, they can't use those entities. So we have to get rid of crime, generate some jobs, then the banks and the businesses can flourish in this area.
With crime being such an important issue in Ward F, each of the candidates interviewed took a stance, with Michele Massey and Diane Coleman having different opinions on the city's recent anti-crime initiative, Operation Summer Shield.
Well, any programs that the police initiate is helpful. We have not gotten our reports yet on the effectiveness of that program, but I've seen some of the operations. I'm aware of some of the operations that have gone on. And what people seriously need to understand is that the need is so great that we would need millions and millions of more dollars to have a police officer on every corner, with increasing cars and foot patrols, but those kinds of efforts are nothing but a help. Increasing not the traditional sense of foot patrols, though that would be great, and we're still advocating for that strongly, but the stop and walk has been implemented. I have personally seen it. More patrols. The police have been quite cooperative, even though right now it's sort of a Band-Aid on a much broader issue, and police presence is not the only solution to addressing some of the social ills and the behavior of that in our community.
Well, crime is not a summer thing only. Crime is all year long. And if Operation Summer Shield was in this area, it could have fooled me, because we've had numerous deaths in this area, and one death is too much. That's why I'm going down to the chief of police. We have to stop that. We have to stop that. I think Jersey City needs to first have proactive foot patrol, which means they may not have to stop and frisk if they break up the crowds that are hanging out on the corners. I can walk past at any time and watch guys crap in front of the buildings, and the police patrol walk around them, the few that we have, walk around them and keep on going. So what are you patrolling if you're not going to stop the activity before it leads into something violent?
I'm Shurin with Hudson County TV. For further information, please visit HudsonCountyTV.com. Thank you.